Hey everybody, this is Lloyd Fernandez here. Uh, just want to talk to everybody about change and how it's necessary to change a lot of things in your life if you want to get to where you want to get to your goals and get to wherever it is you're trying to get. If you have gave yourself a mission in life to get to a certain place. Before that, I wanted to talk about the update of where I'm at with everything. Yeah, I'm in my car making the vid. Yeah, and we had a snowstorm over here on the East Coast. Yeah, you see the snow. Makes it a little harder for us realtors when it's a snowstorm like this, but there's no excuses. I mean, if that's just more time to do your calls. Update. 11 months in, I got like 12 days to be 11 months doing real estate. I'm doing really good. Well, I guess in my opinion, but I think in most, I'm on track to have 13, 12, 13 deals by the end of my year. Maybe more if I could pull one that I'm working with about 5, 6 people that aren't under contract. The 12 to 13 are under contract. Well, no, I had 6 already, 7 closings already, and then I have another another 5 or 6 under contract, and then I'm working with about 5 or 6 other people. So, but under contract, it got me on track to have 13 by the end of my first year. So I'm really excited about that. I think the average agent is way lower than that. I think the average agent is 5, 6 a year, their first year or a year. So I beat that. That was important to me to beat that in my first year. So anyway, back to my point I'm making this video. My video is about change. Change is definitely necessary. Things don't change in your life unless you change your thinking. Everything around you is going to stay the same. For instance, when I started real estate, yes, I created a change by getting involved in real estate. Obviously, before real estate, I did a bunch of other things in my life. But in order to create the change I wanted, I needed to change my way of thinking. And when you change your way of thinking, it projects out into the physical world. So when I started real estate, yes, I made that accomplishment. I passed my test, got my license and all that. Still wasn't going to change my world, my situation, unless I changed my way of thinking and I used that license and what I did as a tool to make changes to myself and to my life, which is what I want to explain to you guys out there that are watching this and are in pursuit of whether it's real estate or not, a change in your life. You want to reach a certain, I'm sorry, I don't, throat keep acting up, but you want to do a change. It starts in here. If you honestly want to change your circumstances, it's not going to happen overnight. And the first thing you need to work on in my opinion, before you do anything else, is work in here. Work on your thinking. Work on what you think about every day. Who's around you? Who do you surround yourself with? I know you hear that all the time. And it sounds like, oh, that's a bunch of crap. No, it's very true. So, for instance, for me, I did a lot of reading, changed my way of thinking. I watched a lot of YouTube videos on I still do. I still try to at least every day. I try to at least watch one motivational video on YouTube, whether it be in the morning, and if I don't get to it in the morning, which I usually do it in the morning, but sometime during the day I try to get to it because that's very important. what you listen to, they say what you listen to as soon as you wake up sets the tone for your day. And I try to listen to some motivational speeches. I mean, I listen to all types of motivational, different ones, different days. But that's definitely what you got to do. You got to start changing who you are inside, the way you think. Motivate yourself to be less lazy. And we're all lazy. I mean, we're all human. But the less lazy you are makes a big difference compared to somebody else. I mean, like I said, we're all lazy. It's normal to be lazy. We're humans. We want to take the easy way out. But the the more you change your way of thinking and say, no, you know what, I'm not going to be lazy today. I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it. And you set these standards for yourself and you change your way of thinking and you start to change who you hang around and you start to change the scenery, places you go. When you go out, you know, where are you going? I mean, you're going out to places where negativity, or is it something that takes away from your goal? Everything should be surrounded by your goal, where you want to go, your destination in life. For me, I can speak personally. My destination in real estate and what I'm doing takes about 85 to 90% of my day away, because I surround mostly everything I do around that, because it's what I do. It's a lifestyle. It's not just when you're changing yourself, it has to be a lifestyle, basically, is what I'm saying. It can't be just 8 hours and then that's it. No, it has to be a lifestyle. Have to read, have to improve yourself, have to, in my case, lead gen, and also practice scripts, and also practice, but also put the practice into play. Not one doesn't come before the other. You don't practice, and then you finally get to a place and you're like, all right, I'm gonna go execute. No, I don't believe in that. I believe you practice and execute at the same time. You learn from your mistakes, you go back to practicing, you practice your mistakes, you fix them, you get better. You have to execute and practice at the same time. That should never end. Education should never end. Always self-improvement should never end. Always work this out. Also, physical exercise and improvement is also a big plus. And relationships, family and kids, and all of that is improvement. And then as you're doing this, you're gonna have people come to you and say, "Oh, you changed, or you're changing. You're not the same person." Maybe, maybe one because they're jealous. Not everybody. Maybe one because they're jealous. Maybe two, people don't like to see people that were once in the same shoes as them surpass them, pass them, and that causes them to feel some type of way. Don't let that bother you, man. Listen, forget that. You know what I mean? You gotta do what's right for you. And if they're gonna say things like that, just get them out your life. I mean, keep them at a distance, or however you want to do it. There's no time in this life to entertain somebody telling you, "Oh, you're changing." Well, wasn't that the point of me improving myself and doing all that for I can change? After a while, when you, for me, for instance, like I said, I'm 11 months in, and I've self-improved myself a lot, and I've made big jumps, leaps forward. And sometimes you get around people and you're like, man, I remember I used to think like that. I remember I used to have the same viewpoints. I don't anymore. And then sometimes it gets to a point where it doesn't even make sense anymore to be around that environment. And you might have to separate yourself from that environment or the people, because of the fact that you're going forward, they're staying in the same spot, stagnant, and you no longer think like that. And it's no longer beneficial for you to stay in the same spot with the same people that think the same, because it's not going to progress you anymore. You have to find an environment and other people that are going to motivate you, or that are better self-disciplined than you and all of that, so it can help you to improve yourself. You don't want to go backwards. I'm not saying you can help somebody that's